I am by no means one of the strongest players inside of Diablo Immortal. I'm actually a fairly weak player inside of the game, but I'm one that enjoys the daily grind, and I'm one that enjoys pushing server Paragon level. I'm going to be sharing with you guys today in this video how I push server Paragon level so I'm continuously above server Paragon and able to be one of the higher Paragon people on the server. Now, of course, again, I am not the highest, but I am up there. I am up consistently above server Paragon level. As you can see right now, my server Paragon is 1,210, and the Paragon level for the server is 1,200. So I am 10 levels above server Paragon level, and I'm receiving 30% rewards from the 100%, because as you get above server Paragon level, you get less and less rewards. For those of you that don't understand what server Paragon or Paragon is altogether, the server Paragon level is the highest level that you can get 100% rewards at on your server. All servers have the same server Paragon level, and as of today, making this video, it's 1,200. That means up to that level, you'll be getting 100% rewards. If I run a bounty, I get 100% of the experience rewards. But once I start going above that level, I will get less and less rewards as I go. That's a good quick explanation, but it's also worth noting that the lower you are below server Paragon level, so if I'm sitting at 700 server Paragon, I'm going to be getting so much extra experience, and this is the catch-up mechanic inside of the game, so a player that starts playing today can catch up their server Paragon level and their experience level up to someone like me who's been playing since day one. All right, server Paragon level is out of the way. How do we push it? How do we continuously keep on upgrading things? How is my gear fair in level? Again, we have people on the server, many of which have 30 level gear across the board. Their secondary gear is all max level as well, which I am actually fairly close to max level on the secondary gear. I believe 18 is about where people can get it to right now. So what do I do? What do I prioritize every single day so that I can get these things done? Basically, it's about doing the things that are going to give you the most experience. When you come on over to your codex, first things first, you're going to be receiving these battle points for doing events. These battle points turn in to your battle pass, and every rank up that you do on your battle pass is going to give you a good amount of experience. Now, for me, and a lot of people decide to do this and others decide not to, I save all of my battle pass rewards until Monday. Why do I do this? Because every Monday, the server Paragon jumps an additional 10 levels. So at the point of recording this video, it is Thursday. And currently, the server Paragon level right now is 1,200. On Monday, the server Paragon level is instantly going to jump to 1,210. That means if I don't change my server Paragon level, if I stay right here at 1,210, at that point in time on Monday, I will again be receiving 100% rewards for anything I turn in versus the 30% rewards. So I'm getting more use of those battle point turn-ins or any progress that I do. So if I were to turn all those battle points in today, and let's say they have 1,000 XP worth of experience, which is not true, but it's an easy number, I would only get 300 XP because I'm only getting 30%. But if I wait until Monday, I'm getting the 1,000. Hope that makes sense. Something you need to keep in mind, though, is whenever the battle pass is about to end, it ends monthly. You can see there's 20 days left. If you don't claim all of these rewards before that time ends, they are gone. There's no credit, you lose them. So you have to make sure you're on top of when it ends and make sure that you claim everything before that time. People get snookered by this all the time. So make sure that you aren't one of them. Or you could just claim them as you go and you're not going to see the biggest jump in the world from doing my strategy. I just personally like doing that. Now, to progress my battle pass throughout the week when I'm not claiming battle points, I do claim my quests, because if you don't claim your quest points, new quests will not come. So I'll claim those and make sure that I just keep these progressing, and that's how I progress the battle pass. As it sits right now, we have only 1,358 of my 2,400 battle point rewards that I can get for the week. So we're a little bit more than halfway there, where it's Thursday, and essentially I'm going to be able to jump a good number of levels. If you think if you say it's about 200 points, it's 180, but if you say it's 200 points per level, you could kind of figure out where you're going to go. I'll probably get my battle pass to level 28 or something like that, maybe 29 on Monday, just from turning everything in. But that's a small thing that we can do. That's just how we manage our stuff. What are the things that are important to do? What are the things that you need to do every day? One, you got to run at least one Elder Rift, and it's always a good idea to run at least one Challenge Rift per day, not only for the rewards you're going to get, but Challenge Rifts, when you run these, they're going to give you these right here. Cryptic Crystals. These are essential for upgrading your secondary gear. There's not really another substantial way of getting this. And if you don't run these, you will not be able to upgrade your secondary gear, and you will not be able to get the levels on it to get the combat rating you need to progress throughout the game. Of course, bounty board is another great way. You get 8 bounties per day. They stack for up to 3 days. So if I don't do them today because maybe I'm out of town, tomorrow I'll have 16 that I could do, and then I'll have 24. And after those 3 days of stacking, well, then they're gone. Then it only holds 8, 16, 24 of them, which is 3 days worth of them. Bounty board, must do it every day. Now, I also come on over and run at least 3 dungeons per day. Why do I run 3 dungeons per day? Look at this right here. Rewards claimed, 0 out of 1. This is for the day. Complete 3 dungeons. So once I run 3 dungeons, I get this reward and I get a free piece of secondary gear of the Paragon level that I'm at, which is amazing because I'm just going to start stockpiling all this secondary gear. You could do what you want with it from there. That's for another video. But what dungeons should you be doing? Well, of course, you could do your favorite dungeon if you like, or the dungeon that gives you the best odds of dropping gear that you're wearing or the sets that you want, or you could do the featured, because the featured are going to give you 2 times battle pass rewards. So right here, Destruction's End is the featured event for the day. I'm going to get double battle points, and I could do it up to 4 times. Now, unfortunately, Destruction's End only gives you 15 battle points versus the 20 or sometimes even the 25 from other dungeons. So when I do 1 dungeon, I'll be getting 30 battle points. It's double the amount for the same amount of time, essentially. It's worth doing this. What I will do today, I will run 4 dungeons here just to get the battle point rewards, and I'll save those until Monday. It's going to be 3, 6, 9, 12, 120 battle point rewards. Doing this is almost a whole level of the battle pass for progression. So battle pass, keeping in mind what's going on over here, where you're getting the bonus rewards and all of that. Now, you also need to pay attention to what's going on here for the day as well, right? You want to make sure that the events of the day are things that you're taking part in. Phantom Market, no. Wild Brawl, sure. I haven't been doing Wild Brawl. It's time consuming. It's a game mode that I do enjoy, but the rewards here are not the best as far as battle points go. You know, you need to participate in 10 events to get 20 battle point progression. It's not bad. Notice a lot of this is about battle point progression. There are other rewards you can get along the way, like regular gems as well, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So there actually, as I scroll down, there's more rewards than I thought here for doing this. So the point here, though, is take advantage and participate in events going on inside of the game. All right, make sure that you're doing what the game is rewarding you extra for doing. Of course, that is if you want to progress and if that's your primary focus. If your primary focus is not to progress and you just want to enjoy different game modes, then sure, you could do that as well. Now, the Sanctum. I've already run the Sanctum this morning, but we're going to go into it anyways. This is very important for daily progression because the crystals that you get from the Sanctum, you can only get from the Sanctum. So you really want to make sure that you run your Sanctum every day, and I'm going to tell you how I run it. Now, as we go over here, this is where you can go to your shrine and put in your crystals. I did this yesterday and I emptied out all of my crystals, but look at this. We're getting all of these bonuses: damage, life, armor pen, potency, and resistance, because I'm upgrading all of these crystals as we go and run the Sanctum. Again, you can't get these crystals from anywhere else. You unlock all of these crystal slots from playing through the campaign, and once they're all unlocked, then you can start leveling things up to get the bonuses. So here I'm at rank 22, I'm getting 396 more armor. And when I get it to level 23, it's gonna jump up to 414. This follows me through all parts of the game. Now, you're gonna run through the gauntlet, which is right over here. I call it the gauntlet. There's a door that opens over there. Oh, actually, can I? Oh, this is actually cool. I've never actually done this before. Once you run through all the enemies, it takes about 2 minutes to do it. You come to a room, and inside of this room, there are 5 chests. There's one here, there were 3 here, and there is one over here. My suggestion is to only open 3 of these per day. You open these with Aspirin Keys. The Aspirin Keys, I will show you, are right here. These are Aspirin Keys. Notice I only have 43. Once you get about 400 of them, you could open all of the chests and get a bonus chest. But let me explain here first. The first chest to open is 0 Aspirin Keys. So 1 is free every day. The second one is 2, and the third one I believe is 3. So actually the second one is 1 and the third one is 3. So really, I spend only 4 Aspirin Keys per day to open up these 3 chests, and then I ignore the rest and I leave. I go. Or maybe it's 1 and 2 and I only spend 3 a day. Either way, that's not important. What is important is that I'm gaining more Aspirin Keys per day than I'm spending. So once I have 400, it's actually 360 something, I believe. But once I have 400 Aspirin Keys all saved, I will run and do all of these chests. Once I open this chest and this chest, it'll open the door over here and it'll allow me to go to the next room, which has more chests and a few more enemies. Once I get through that room, I can get through one more room and then another, and then there is a bonus chest at the end, which is just the way to get the most stuff for the Aspirin Keys. So that's how I run my Sanctum every day as well. Now, there's definitely more things that I do. Whenever we have a Cursed Towers active, which we actually don't right now, we haven't occupied any towers, it's just reset. These will give you free experience every day where you just come in and you click on them and you'll get your rewards, or you can run the Accursed Towers as well. You're also going to get legendary crests, rare crests, and other materials that you're going to need for running those. It's all very, very good. Now, something else that is important that I do every day is I go in open world farm because I want to get monstrous essence. Some of the best zones to farm, I actually like farming Billifin right here. My favorite dungeon is Temple of Namari. So sometimes while waiting or going to the Temple of Namari, I'll just come farm one of these loops and I'll run around in circles for a half hour. And I will get a whole bunch of materials, scrap materials for upgrading my gear, but also monstrous essence, which I'll get into next. I like to farm Storm Point. I like to farm the Southern Dreadlands, and I like to farm the Library of Zoltan Kuhl. Farming is just where you and hopefully 3 friends making a party of 4 can get together and run around in high, dense areas of enemies and take them all down. In doing this, you're going to get experience, you're going to get gear, and if you do it in a party of 4, you can even have gems drop as well. I'm talking about secondary gems, which then either you could use to upgrade your secondary gems or to sell in the market, which is going to bring us to one of our next points. Hidden lairs pop up inside of the zones. If a hidden lair pops up in a zone, go find it. You can navigate near it. The first level of the hidden lair is going to give you 3 normal gems. Normal gems, they're these things right over here. They're these little guys. These are your normal gems, and they socket inside of things like this. Notice we have the normal gems upgraded inside of our Awakener's Urge right here. That's how the big players inside of the game that have already maxed all their legendary gems start getting an advantage and getting a lot more power from the secondary gems. There's actually quite a bit of shortage of all gems inside of the game right now. So on the second level of the dungeon, when you get to level 2, you will get 3 more of these gems dropped, and they are all able to be sold on the market. What I like to do is I tend to always sell my gems. I actually don't have any for sale right here, but I will sell all of my gems. You can see some of my, where is it here? I want to show you my recent sales. Notice I'm selling all these gems. Even sold my Hallow's Call that we had dropped. All these gems I'm selling, they're giving me platinum, and then I can come over and I could buy some of my favorite gems that may happen to be there. If I want to upgrade my Blood-Soaked Jade, we could save up to buy those. But also in farming, you get monstrous essence. I actually just turned mine in this morning, so I don't have any in my pocket. They are an orange round globe. And when you turn 10 of them in at the Heradric altar, you get a big experience boost, and you often get yourself a legendary piece of gear. You can do 3 turn-ins of 10, so you can turn in 30 of them per day for the bonus rewards and the bonus experience. I highly recommend you farm until you get 10 monstrous essence, turn them in, then another 10, turn them in, then another 10, and turn them in. You could still turn in more than that per day if you want to. The enhanced rewards are just lowered, but you could still get some good experience from that. Notice for me, I finally finished my collection here. I have gotten all 159 of 159 pages of this. What I have not done is fish. I don't fish a lot. I should fish more. But all these other things, we've gotten all the monsters in this book, and I thought it would never actually happen. But we did. And this is a great source of experience. You'll see big experience jumps when you turn those in as well. Now, of course, you could run other things for the day. So if we come on over and take a look at shadows, different shadow events we can do for the day. If we go to my rank, I could go and complete a shadow contract. I could raid the vault. I could participate in battlegrounds. That'll boost up these rewards, which will boost up my levels up in here as well for the shadows. Not as important. Not as important for your experience gain for the day, but definitely is something important. Another thing worth noting that you should do every week is you need to go to this shop, and with the platinum that you're getting for free from the secondary gems we spoke of, buy the legendary crest, the red one. It's bound. And after doing something with your warband, you have to do a warband activity like a Hel Query or something, buy the eternal crest. The Eternal Crest will get you a legendary gem after you run an Elder Rift, and whatever gem you get with this crest, you could sell in the market. If you happen to drop a 5 out of 5 star Blood-Soaked Jade, first of all, you'd probably use it. Or you could sell it for like 600,000 platinum on the market, and someone would buy it. That's a great way to infuse your account with a large amount of platinum. Although, most likely, you'll get a 1-star gem that'll be worth about 600 platinum. Keep that in mind. The red ones that you get here, well, they will give you a legendary crest, but you can't sell it. So that is an Unbound, all right? Trying to just give you a good look around at the best ways to gain experience everywhere inside of the game. Make sure that you're upgrading your gear. It's very important, and people forget it a lot. Upgrade your gear. As you get your gears to the next level, you're going to unlock these bonuses. At level 21, I now have 4 bonuses, and they're going to affect my account as a whole. All of these pieces of gear have these bonuses. They will help you drastically when you're out in the open world or even in battlegrounds. Same thing with your greens. Remember, when you run challenge rifts, they're the one on the right-hand side, you're going to get that material that's going to allow you to upgrade these pieces of gear, which is going to give you nice jumps in combat rating. And if you don't know what combat rating is, I will take you there quickly. Combat rating is what allows you to comfortably go from one level of Inferno difficulty or Hell difficulty to the next. As you can see right here, my combat rating is 32,123. And if you take a good look, my resonance is only 1,499. Resonance is the power I get from legendary gems. This is where a lot of people that spend a lot of money inside of the game can get an advantage over someone like myself who has not been spending a lot. My resonance at, let's say, 1,500 would have a very difficult time fighting someone in Battlegrounds that has a resonance of 5,000. They just have more power than me. But resonance is, it can be increased, of course, for free. Very time consuming. But it's a lot easier to upgrade and to progress this when you pay a good amount of money inside of the game. For those of you that wanted a quick look into resonance, for example, my Blood-Soaked Jade, it's a rank 5, 3-star. I've been playing the game for, we're coming up on 2 years, and I've only gotten it up to rank 5. Now I've messed around with my gems a lot. I haven't been as efficient as I could be, so I could probably do better, but you get the idea. Also, you don't want to forget about your charm. I wouldn't go crazy with your charm and how things get re-rolled here. As you can see, I don't even have my 5th skill bonus unlocked for my Necromancer. We have just not found the one that we want or had the luck. But your charms, I did put a video out in depth on how to work the charm system. I'll try to remember to put that up in a card above. But that is going to be a whole experience for you to learn on its own. Just a little min-maxing thing that'll give you that extra bonus inside of the game. Now, there are definitely other things that you can do to upgrade power. There's definitely other things that you should do every day. But if you're hitting your bounties every day, if you're hitting the Heraldric Altar with 3 turn-ins of Monstrous Essence every day, if you're farming the open world, and if you're doing at least 3 dungeons every single day, you're going to find yourself progressing up in experience and eventually catching up to players like myself or others that are even higher level than me that have been playing for a good amount of time inside of the game. Those are the things that you should do. Also, the Sanctum that we spoke of, you don't want to ignore that either, because that's a catch-up mechanic that's hard to keep up with if you ignore it. The one last thing I want to share with you guys is, of course, the Hel Query. This is something that you can do 2 times per week, and you're going to go in with warband mates, preferably. If not, you can go in with randoms, and you're going to take on all these different bosses. You could do 5 of these per week. I'm sorry, 5 of these on Monday, 5 of them on Thursday. So you could do a total of 10 runs per week, which upon finishing each run, you'll get 20 battle point rewards, which means you'll be able to turn in 200 battle point rewards. And the rewards you get from this are going to allow you to fill out another mechanic as we dive on deeper, which is right here, which is our Hel Query itself. You earn demonic remains, which can then be placed into your Hel Query, which are giving you more bonuses that you get. These bonuses throughout the whole game, special attributes only come in Elder Rifts and also Challenge Rifts and in the Hel Query raids themselves. So I try to focus on the top stats. You can get 5 different ones that all give you different stats. Not only do you get buffs from this, you also get buffs from the experience for defeating a boss, big experience gains for defeating a boss, and big experience gains or big gear gains from taking down different bosses. You're just going to get a lot of different gear that you may have not gotten previously, a bunch of legendary items and stuff. Now, this video went on a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but I thought I'd kind of share with you guys everything that I do to keep up to Paragon level. And those are the most up-to-date. We do now have familiars inside of the game now too, which are the pet system. They're not going to give you more power, but they will give you nice little bonuses throughout the game. We have our nice legendary pet right here. Took me some time to get to this. I actually just put out a video on how I got my normal familiar or my normal pet and turned it into a legendary pet. Again, another video I'll try and put up in the card above in case you want to see how you could do the same for yourself. But there you go, guys. I think that's a good look for newer players or players that are confused on how to catch up and get experience to play alongside some of their friends that have maybe been playing the game for longer. Hopefully, because I've been thinking a lot about this, these legendary gems, I've been thinking about bringing back to life my Seeping Bile and getting it up to rank 5 and replacing something like an Everlasting Torment. Let me know if you think that's a good idea, by the way. The issue is, when you go to the market, it has been increasingly difficult to find gems for sale to do these upgrades, which leaves us with only one way of getting gems if the market is just empty, and that's going to be going to the shop, buying packs or buying crests, and having to press your luck in Elder Rifts. Now, with that being said, I've decided, I made up my mind, I am going to buy all of these. I am going to get this path, 4, 3, and 2. 1 I've already purchased when the game came out. This is going to give me a good number of legendary crests that I'm going to run, which will be fun. It's also going to give me a bunch of orbs. This is going to cost me a total of $80, but it's going to give me 48 legendary crests and about 5,000 orbs and a whole bunch of those Aspirin Keys that we spoke of, so we can level up our Herodrum or our Sanctum run. So that's me. I've never really put $80 in one shot into the game. It's a big spend for someone like myself. For others, it's not a big spend, but that's what I'm going to be doing because I just think the rewards are too good to leave up and I want to run some legendary crests. So we're going to do that in an upcoming video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you found it useful in any way, consider subscribing to the channel because every day I put out videos for Diablo Immortal and I want to see you guys here with me enjoying the game for what it is.